tell you, it might sound like I don't know how to drive a 5-speed, but man, when I'm clutching this thing out, it just does not grip. And also it requires a athlete-sized left foot to be able to actually push this clutch in all the way. This is a 650 horsepower supercharged, cammed out 3-valve S197 Mustang. You know, while the clutch might have held up just fine when it had lower horsepower, now it doesn't hold up at all. You can feel it slip when you're driving it around. You can feel the chatter, and like I said, man, this thing is really tough on your left leg. Hear that? That's now 650 horsepower getting to the rear tires of this supercharged S197 Mustang. And all thanks to Centerforce and their DYAD clutch technology. But you might wonder, what is the DYAD? Well, let's go find out. Like we said before, this car wasn't always so fun to drive prior to our clutch installation. And all thanks to Centerforce and their DYAD clutch technology. But you might wonder, what is the DYAD? Well, let's go find out. All right, we're in the PowerTV garage. We got Sean behind us getting ready to pull a transmission out of this S197. And we got Will Beatty here from Centerforce. Now, Will, this DYAD is a twin disc technology, which means you get twice as much surface area, but the DYAD's kind of different than any twin disc on the market.
And it's very unique in design itself, and the uniqueness is in the disc itself. The bottom disc itself is a sprung hub disc. 6 drive lugs is about to drive the top disc, and it is a true sprung hub twin disc.
Now, you get a birth certificate with the DYAD. Tell us a little bit about how the birth certificate works.
The birth certificate gives you all the specs, much like a cam card would. It gives you pressures, finger heights, travels for release, holding capacities, the balance, everything about that clutch is there. There's no hidden secrets, it's all there.
And this is flywheel to pressure plate. We got twice as much components versus a single disc here, but still lighter than an OEM app.
Lighter than OE, and the inertia-wise itself, it's considerably lighter. We've taken 3 pounds of mass out of the outer edge of the flywheel itself.
Now going back to that birth certificate, I saw 1,300 pound-feet of torque capability on that clutch. I'm looking forward to seeing how this thing drives with that sort of capability.
It will drive like a bone stock clutch, guaranteed.
All right, right now we're taking off this pressure plate and the clutch disc from our existing clutch. We're gonna try and inspect it right now for some hot spots. And as you can see on this pressure plate, we got a lot of grooving. You can actually feel the lip on the edge and a lot of discoloration indicating the hot spots. Take a look at our actual clutch disc here. You can see we're worn down to just about the rivets, and there's next to nothing for width left on the actual pucks themselves. So this clutch is done.
All right, so we got this clutch all broken in now, 500 miles. Let's see how it feels. Kind of ironic, we were going to film the outro for our video and I was mentioning that now the clutch is no longer the weak link in this entire drivetrain setup, something like the transmission would be. Well, first time we went out after the clutch was broken in, broke the input shaft literally on the first full pass run, shifting from 3rd to 4th. So we swapped from our 10 spline unit over to our 26 spline unit, putting a new 26 spline disc in it, and we're gonna be good to go. So let's take a look at that outro as it was supposed to happen. I tell you, this clutch feels awesome. It drives like stock. Even after it's been broken in for this 500 miles, it even feels a little better. No chatter, it just grabs and goes. You can get all that power to the rear tires now, and off the line, it just is super, super, super easy to engage. this is a one clutch that you can throw in your car and not have to worry about anything else as far as grabbing or slipping goes through the drivetrain.